Avoidantly attached people often get labeled as cold, distant, or uninterested, especially when it comes to their relationships. But they do love. They just show it in subtle and quiet ways that you and I may miss if we're not looking for it. So if you're in a relationship with someone who's more avoidantly attached, or you're the avoidantly attached person, you're going to want to stick around. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this with a friend or someone you know, and let's get started. So when someone who's more avoidant loves you, truly cares about you, they probably aren't going to write a 10-page poem for you or confess their feelings for you all the time. Instead, their love is shown through actions that they do that feels safe for them. It's just not going to be emotionally expressive. And that may be what you need. Let's go through some examples of how they may actually show you that they love and care about you. Well, one, maybe instead of talking about their feelings, they fix things for you. It's their way of saying, I want to help make your life easier. Maybe they remember details of things that you said just passing by, but they remember those small things and you're like, huh, okay. Even if they don't talk about their own things as much, they remember that. They probably give you space. Maybe for some of you, too much space. But that's because when they're feeling uncomfortable, that's what they would want. That space. So they're giving what they would want to you. And remember, we love others the way we want to be loved. Sometimes we don't recognize we should love our partners the way that makes them feel most special. So don't worry. I'm going to get eventually to the point where I'm going to talk to my avoidants about ways that they can actually work on this. But right now, I just want to help you understand where it's coming from. So they might give you that distance, but they don't understand that for you, that's probably the last thing that you want. And they can show up for you in the most practical but important ways, right? So maybe they're the ones who pick you up at the airport or drop you off. They're the ones checking the oil in your car, or if you need to take something to the store, they're the ones who take it for you. If you forgot something, they're the ones to bring it to you. Maybe they take care of the logistical things at times. And lastly, this is a big one, but when you're upset, they completely veer out of your way. They move, whether that's emotionally or physically, they're out. And it's not because they don't care. That's what we interpret it as. Oh, you're leaving, you're not staying. But it's because they don't want to make things worse. They fear that whatever they're going to say next or whatever they're going to do next, it's going to make things worse. So let me just, again, give them space. Not saying it's right. I'm just helping you understand where they're coming from. Because sometimes if you feel a little lost, you're like, this doesn't work. We have to work on things. They're not thinking from that mindset. But now it's important to talk about, okay, well, why are they not thinking from that mindset? Great question. Let me answer that for you. In order to answer that question, we have to go back. We have to understand that all of the insecure attachment styles, even the secure attachment style, it comes from our past, the caregivers or parents that we had growing up. Specifically with an avoidant attachment style, usually the parents or caregivers were emotionally unavailable. They're probably critical and probably overwhelmed with their own lives and their own stressors. Therefore, the child at the time learns that vulnerability, that's not safe. And if I want something done, I have to do it myself. I can't depend on anybody else. What can you do if you're with someone who's more avoidantly attached, or maybe you're the one who struggles with an avoidant attachment? What are some things you can do? Number one, if you're with someone who has this attachment style, it's important to learn how to translate their language of love so that you can receive it for what it is. So I want you to notice their gestures, their actions, what they consistently do and how they consistently show up for you. Their actions, they are deeply intentional. It's coming from a place of love for them. I'm intentionally going out of my way to remember those small things that you like. And I'm intentionally going out of my way to be there for you in practical ways. Second, you want to focus on not forcing emotional closeness, but inviting them to be emotionally close. So we don't just want to see someone and say, okay, well, you're avoidantly attached, so I just got to deal with it. No, but we also don't want to force that emotional closeness on them. So instead of saying, well, why don't you ever open up? Or why don't you ever talk to me? We never pause. Instead, letting them know, okay, when you're ready to talk, I'm here. I would like to talk, but maybe right now you're not ready. Can we speak in a few hours? Can we speak tomorrow? And then follow through. You don't want them to be in a conversation that's emotionally charged for them when they're not ready. Again, this is keeping in mind that they are working on their own stuff. So now I have to go to those who have an avoidant attachment style. I'm going to give you a few tips on what you can do. One, I want you to practice vulnerability in small ways. So what does that look like? I want you to share just 5% more than what feels comfortable for you. So let me practice sharing 5% more of what I was thinking. Let me share 5% more of what I was feeling. Just a little bit more than I'm used to. Let me share 5% more of what I would need and what I would want in a relationship. Just a little bit more than what you're comfortable with. So if your threshold is here, I want you to just go a little bit further, just 5%. And again, you don't need to bare your soul to feel connected. You just need to be a little bit braver than what your nervous system is comfortable with. Lastly, therapy is going to be really important. Why? Because you're able to understand, okay, where did this develop from me? Going from that to, okay, what can I actually do? How can I practice this and how can I keep myself accountable? Because it's easy to just shut down. It's easy to just give distance and space and run away and avoid things. It's more difficult to stay present. And so when you're in therapy, you have someone else holding you accountable to what you said you want to work on. And that way, all of the pressure is not necessarily on your partner to have to help you get there, but it's you internally, you with someone else, a third party who's objective, doesn't know you or your life or your relationships, and isn't your partner. That way, you and your partner can focus on building your relationship. Or that avoidants do love, they're not heartless. They just love in quieter ways. So when we stop expecting love to look a certain way, then we can open ourselves up to receiving it in ways we didn't think would be good. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments down below so I can make more videos like this for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you want to continue watching some of my videos, click this one or this one instead. I'll catch you in the next one.